Hi guys, I thought today with Clash of the Titans Blu-ray coming out, I would do a review of it. But while I thought what I would do is, while I'm reviewing the brand new movie, I would actually compare it to the old one. Okay, so I'm going to say what I like about this film, and what I thought was better in this film compared to this film, and what I thought was better in this film compared to this film. Okay. With this one, it has got very good special effects. I mean, especially when it starts up and you see the galaxy and the stars and everything. Especially in Blu-ray, it looks fantastic, and it sort of gives this backstory of what's going on at the start of the movie. It looks very nice. What's off-putting about the way it's filmed is it has a shaky camera effect. Which I thought was a little bit unnecessary with this type of movie, and I found it a little bit off-putting, but I got used to it after about 10 or 15 minutes. But overall, it looks amazing. Definitely, the Blu-ray quality is a lot better than this film. This looks good in quite a few places, but looks terrible in others. The Mount Olympus, or where the gods of Olympus live, looks very grainy. It looks old, and it hasn't really had. I think it's been remastered, but I think it says it has, while maintaining the visual appeal of the original theatrical release. But it does suffer a little bit where the gods of Olympus are. This one is obviously a bit more cheesier of a movie than this one. You've got obviously where the gods live. They have this electric light show with these sort of multicoloured lights. It's definitely a very late 70s, early 80s kind of look to the movie. But apart from that, I mean, and obviously there's some special effects that look a bit ropey in it as well. There's some great special effects too, but there's obviously some stuff that suffers a lot. A lot of the stuff that a lot of the shots of Calibos, where they compare him to the human character, to the stop motion character, look a bit dodgy. With this, the CGI it's pretty good. It looks really good, to be honest with you. The Kraken looks great, and Medusa, CGI wise, is good. The problem with this film, though, compared to this one, is that while it has some pretty good CGI in it, you really don't care about the characters very much. The narrative in this is sort of wants to rush along from one scene to the next. Really, and it really suffers by you not really getting to know anything about the characters, who they are, what they're about. And you don't really care about anyone. I mean, I really didn't even really get to understand what Perseus was about when I was watching the film. And the gods, really, it's just a bunch of dialogue. And none of the dialogue in the film allows you to get to know who or what they're about. To the point if you don't care. So it's more of a visual display, this film. You sort of sit there and just look at the action sequences, and you look at the special effects, and you enjoy those. What I did find disappointing, actually, was that when I went onto the deleted scenes and an alternative ending, I saw what could have been a much more interesting movie in there. It was let down a bit, really. They sort of changed it around to make it just more about Liam Neeson's character against Hades, Ralph Fiennes' character, to the expense of the other gods, and also there was more conflict between Perseus and Zeus, which they removed. I mean, in the deleted scenes, it showed that one of the gods from Olympus wanted to help Perseus out, whereas they changed the story where Zeus was helping Perseus out, which kind of didn't make sense to the story, because it was Zeus who was releasing the Kraken at the end of the movie. So why would he help Perseus, defeat his own plans? It just didn't make sense at all. So story-wise, the theatrical cut of this film is very disappointing, and I think what really hurt it badly was the fact that he wasn't in love with, he's not in love with Andromeda in this movie, and he's basically just stumbles in to the city of Argos, no relation to a store there here in the UK, but he was stumbled into a city of art in the art called Argos, and it's just like just happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. That seems to be the story of Perseus in this one, and he doesn't really care about Andromeda. She just happens to be being sacrificed at the end. It's really poorly written, really, for an update. They ignored a lot of the story points of this movie, what made this great. The two what's great about this one is that the actual two Titans, the Medusa, even though she's stop motion and she, you can see she's looks fake compared to the CGI one. She doesn't move like the CGI one. There's just something more sinister about Medusa in this one, the stop motion. Definitely scarier. The Kraken, well, I just noticed Ray Harryhausen, when you see like what he done with the Medusa and what he done with the Kraken, that's like some of his best work. And it definitely shows, and that hasn't aged, while a lot of the other stuff in the movie has aged. The good stop motion work that he did still looks great today, and you understand what Perseus is about in this film. He's fallen in love with Andromeda. He wants to save her. Calibos, who was in love with Andromeda, is angry at this, and he wants to get revenge, and you get to know the character. You get to know his mentor, Boo President, the Clockwork Owl, which this film dissed, and I know a lot of people said, "Oh, it's a stupid owl," but I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. As kids, I know as kids that me and my friends liked it. But the story in this is it's just better. You just feel that you understand why Perseus is doing what he's doing. This one, he's avenging the death of his parents, who just happened to, you get to know for about 2 minutes, and then just by a freak accident, they're gone, and he wants revenge. It's just you just don't have any emotional investment in his quest. And the whole relationship he had with Gemma Anderton's character was just pointless. He should have stuck with the Andromeda story. So while this looks cheesy and aged in some places, this is still a better movie than the new one, in my opinion. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. We all have disagreements, but as I said, I got this on Blu-ray. I missed it at the cinema. I thought I'd get it anyway, but I don't regret buying it. It was still it was nothing bad about it. Terrible or awful, should I say? It just was an okay movie, but it should have been. It's Clash of the Titans. They could have made it a lot better than what it was. Anyway, catch you later, guys.